starting is thinking about would help. This game doesn't allow live streaming. Are you mad?
Wait, what?
Hang on. Twitch. Twitch, mate. What are you playing, eh? What are you doing? Yes, it's there. It's all good. Right.
Okay.
As we've taken it in turns, I'll do the intro this week. So everything looks to be working. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round 3 of 12 for Revolution F1. This is Div 1. I'm joined yet again by my Div 2 compatriot Loki.
Hello.
We are here for the Brazilian Grand Prix, and quite a spicy one it's shaping up to be. We have heard there's a bit of rain in the air for the race.
Well, full wet, apparently.
Yeah, at least at the beginning, from what I've been told. Apparently it's wet to dry. But with this game, we never know. So, in the final 8 minutes of Q1, we have championship leader Zai currently on track, so right on board with our current championship leader. Back into the normal, boring navy blue Red Bull. We bring back the white one, please. I miss it. But, Zai using all of the Kirby lights through those two corners. Now into the Albon corner. Hopefully no one gets Alboned this week.
Yeah.
Now the second to last and last actual corners of the track. 50.9 collective first two sectors. Oh, that's a bit of a hill. It's literally flies out of a corner in a hill. And across the line. 179 mile, top of the timing sheets. I've noticed that my style is very good in qualifying.
Yeah.
But then to get involved in not
always,
really through virtue of his own fault.
Yeah. Always in the middle of the action. But as a watcher, you want to see it, whether you rather be free. And also, Alfie and Marlon are pretty tired already, so only.
I'm seeing a lot of pixelation on the stream. 1 second, I'm going to try and adjust that. Hope it's fixed it. I'm going to just refresh my Twitch as well, see if that helps.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on it as well to see.
That looks better. I don't really know. My phone is buffering a little bit, but hopefully it'll be better on there. Better actually coming through. Zai, apparently purple in first sector. You can never trust this game. So, still riding on board with the Red Bull. Doesn't use as much curb as last time.
Yeah, stream seems fine.
Missed the apex. Lovely. So it's just my phone being shit. Great. It's into the Albon corner. That's what I'm going to call it all stream, because I don't know its actual corner name. So I'm going to call it Albon.
The Albon corner.
Zai about 2.5 tenths up. Much better line through the last corner. He keeps a very narrow line very early. It's rather interesting from Zai, but going to come across the line. 7.3, that's pole by a tenth, or provisional pole in Q1, by a tenth of a second. So currently in the danger zone, we have Marlon Kanga, who has retired, Alfie, who has retired, as well as Dossa, who is currently on a lap, and then, well, Killer's on the cut-off point. So one more driver yet to be eliminated. I think it's a bit too close to say who.
Definitely danger.
Yeah, well, as he's on the mediums, he's in danger, but Dossa up to the line in the McLaren.
I think Taz needs to improve as well. Maybe why it's difficult to say.
We do have Tazonic currently on a lap. I'm waiting after to see if Alpina's up. Very marginally. Half a tenth.
Yeah, but he could make it all good here. Had a little bit of a lock up.
He's got to nail the last sector. DRS wide open. Up to the line. He's not got a lot of battery left, but it's good enough for
2 tenths better.
About a tenth and a half in the line. We have Killer about to start a lap, so we might as well ride on board for an entire lap of circuit. Oh no, it's Interlagos, Sao Paulo.
Yep.
Just because for some reason they call it the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Just gone.
They did?
Which is Prix in Britain. Great. Geography. Lovely. Oh, Brazilian Grand Prix. Not
welcome to Prix in Brazil.
Well, welcome to Britain in Brazil.
Did the Brits invade and have another colony now? Jesus. Thought they stopped with that.
Nah, we've been doing that in secrecy for the past like couple of centuries.
Oh, hold
we didn't
Germans.
Invade the rest of the world languages, alright? We have Killer, definitely in Brazil, coming to the end of the second sector. 51.9.
Ooh, and Plaid is in here.
Gets out of the... I don't know, it looked kind of out of the way, but that probably would have off-put him.
Yeah. Locked up and look very smooth around there.
Up to the line,
yeah.
15th, runs out of fuel, I think, or just lifts off. No, runs out of fuel. Well and truly, Killer at Whisk. I definitely can speak to that.
That's good.
This just disintegrated, and we've only been streaming for 7 minutes.
And we have a very long race ahead, so...
Yeah. This is going to be great. Right, let's get all this peak. I don't know, what do we call that? Peak shithousery out of the way now. And actually learn to speak in the next 1 and a bit minutes of this qualifying session. There needs to be a feature to remove that yellow flag, because that is really annoying.
Yeah.
Can't see how long is left.
This is really painful, but... Yeah.
1.5 minutes left. TK currently the driver in the drop zone. Killer the driver at risk.
Just do it.
If TK doesn't
next time. I think he should be safe
TK's
anyway.
Second up. 1 second's going to jump TK to about 12th.
Yeah.
At the moment. About 12th, 13th. But up to the line for the other Red Bull. And it is... There you go. P12.
Yeah.
181.
Good prediction.
Killer
He's a mastermind.
Yeah, Killer is well and truly out of qualifying now. There's under a minute left, and it's out of fuel, so there's no time to go again.
Yep. Well, that's basically
so
it then.
Yeah, that's Q1 done. We're losing Killer, Alfie, and Marlon Kanga. Alfie with wanting a bit of spice. He's starting from the back. Marlon, I don't quite know what happened to Marlon, but retired and didn't set a lap.
I'm not sure. But it seems he retired in the pits, I think at least. Not sure though.
Yeah. And then Killer just unfortunately didn't get a good enough lap in on those mediums. So anyone on a lap now is probably just going to be doing the lap for the sake of it rather than actually gaining anything. But I believe it's not Brando, it's TK. Next across the line, doesn't improve. Then it will be not Brando, he's invalidated, so it'll be Zai. 3 tenths down, so he won't be gaining anything. Runs wide as well, out of the last corner. This is like one truly done. What about Stewart? He has invalidated. So only White Meat left, who's actually going to be setting a lap time in the Mercedes. About 3 tenths up. That's going to get around about P11 at the moment. Unless he can find another 10th-and-a-half-ish in this last sector. That will move him up to P10. But I'm going to say... Oh, he's invalidated. I don't know where he invalidated. Did he... How did he invalidate? Did he take a bit too much of the runoff to the pit?
Might be, don't know. Could be. But in the end, it doesn't
Now-
really matter.
Hang on, what hacks is this? Killer, when the checkered flag is out, is currently on an outlap. What hacks is this?
We had that. I'm not sure, was it the start of this game or. It was start of this game, right?
This was a thing at the start of this game where
Yeah.
you could qualify even after the checkered flag had dropped.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it's just because the session... No, because it automatically ends your... If you're on an outlap and the session ends, it automatically takes control of your car.
Yeah.
We'll have to see when he crosses the line, it might end the session. If he's allowed to qualify, this is going to be some peak strategy. There's a McLaren in the way there.
He apparently
That's a
can.
Red Bull. He can go. Alright, we'll ride on board with the most cursed lap of the qualifying session. Through turn 1, takes plenty of curb. Keeping very tight to the inside. And the run into the first sector split, 2.5 tenths up. So far that won't be enough. But we've still got another 2 sectors left, taking plenty of curb. Staying to the very left of the track, I've noticed so far. Which is a bit of an unorthodox line, but then again...
And invalidate.
that's an invalidation.
But to be fair, that's kind of good because it wouldn't be fair if he can qualify
So
here.
that would be a bit cheeky if that lap counted, but there we go. So qualifying is actually over now. Those 3 drivers eliminated: Killer, Alfie, and Marlon Kanga.
Well, except if he can do another lap.
Could you imagine? That would be.
He would make it to the
incredibly
line.
fast. He is going to make it. Let's see. If it lets him do another lap, don't do it.
It does. Great game.
It's actually letting
Game
him...
of the Century award.
Lovely. Carlos Sainz and Valtteri Bottas have also been eliminated from this qualifying session.
Yeah,
Just
the
wanted to
remaining
point out.
time is on 1 second now. Jesus.
Oh, lovely. Well, this is something else. Well, while we wait, I'm going to quickly pull up the standings so we can have a look and see what's what. Let's make some good with this time. Where's this? Oh, there we go. Right, so D1 Hungary. So Zai currently leads. He's got a very sizable gap, 33 points over Legacy and Vossier, who are tied. No, they're not.
And he's spun out.
Legacy is 1 point ahead of Vossier. And Vossier and Pink are tied on 18 points apiece. And you have Courtney Goblin. So both Ferraris pretty much next to each other. You have Alfie in 6th on 13 points. P-Vents on 12. Brando on 11. And then Merckx on 10. Lovely little gaggle that goes from 6th to 9th. Killer F1, aside from cheating his way to another lap in qualifying, currently sitting in P10 on 8 points, the same amount as his teammate, Taz FW.
What is happening here?
What?
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Jesus.
Holy hell.
What the hell? This game is awesome. Jesus, Codemasters, get your shit together.
This is very cursed. I can't remember where it was now. Stuart and Taz are tied on 7 points. My Star has 4. And then White Meat is on 0. TK as well on 0. As well as Dosser, Funky Cactus, Saxman, and Marlon. Still yet to score. And then the reserves, we only have Platinum, who has scored, and then Raticus, who hasn't. Hang on, if I can move the stream so I can actually see it. Here we go. Constructors, Red Bull are leading from Ferrari, Williams, Alpine, AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Mercedes, Aston Martin, and then We have something realistic. Haas are on 0 points.
Well,
Yes,
that will change
the
today.
realism. Yeah, we got Platinum. Well, to be fair, yeah, if Platinum gets the... Hang on, Platinum got 7 points... Oh, because he's not... Oh no, they'll go to a team when he actually gets one, won't it? So that'll... Although that is on course to either be, by the looks of it, Aston Martin or Haas. I'm not entirely sure how we do the reserving thing here. Like, if it's someone misses 3 races and then they lose their seat, or is it something different?
Yeah, somewhat around that. Well, if you don't show up for 3 races in a row.
Okay, yeah. So that's usually what it is for most leagues. It's yeah, if you have 3 did not starts, you drop down to reserve, and then whoever's first in line as reserve gets your seat. I really want Platinum to pick Aston Martin, or be given the Aston Martin, just so Haas stay on 0 points. I've got nothing against the Haas drivers. I'll preface that now. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with no, the Div 2, Div 1 and Div 2 to be fair.
Just wanted to say,
considering
you
you're
like
a Haas driver, I don't. No, I don't like Mazepin. Please don't do that to me. I don't want to be cancelled, right? Let's have a quick look at chat, because I was neglecting it while I was looking at the standings. We have Apollo. What happened to Alfie? Alfie's doing the biggest let Joe tactic, and he's starting from the back just to flex.
Yeah.
And then he's going to be he's probably going to be P2 at the end of the first lap. Yeah.
P3
he's going to be on the podium by the end of the first lap.
So.
And then Taz, my wheel isn't working properly. That is a big F.
Yeah. Oi! That AlphaTauri did a jump.
I was about to say that. Is that AlphaTauri's got a new aero package for this year. We've now got air suspension. First out on track is...
What are those cars called that pump?
Lowriders.
Lowriders, yeah. Lowriders in F1.
Yeah, they've got... they've all got hydraulic suspension now in F1. Oh, Platinum's left.
They would definitely use that for exactly that. Not for something else.
That's AlphaTauri's version of DAS.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, let's just put the car a millimetre above the ground, and then we'll go from there.
Helps control though. 5 attempts.
It's like Mercedes' rear suspension.
Yeah.
That all the Verstappen fans have been whinging about for the past few weeks. Or ever since Turkey when it happened. But Taz FW, the first driver to start a lap, so we'll get some off-board shots for once. Let's do an off-board lap of Interlagos. We will be the general back to normal of qualifying. There we go, if I get my words out. The 11 to 15 will be eliminated in this qualifying session, so it's not a condensed amount like it was in Q1, as we were missing 2 drivers.
And 2 drivers retired, so...
Yep. So this is effectively where qualifying actually starts. And it has invalidates.
Yep.
So who's going to be next? I think it'll be...
Alpha... My style.
It's my style.
No,
yeah.
It isn't.
My style's invalidated, so it's P-Benz. One AlphaTauri to the other. Oh, that was a really nice camera shot of the AlphaTauri there, swooping round.
I really love the look of the AlphaTauri in the game. The blue really looks...
Yeah, the AlphaTauri
really
does look really nice. It's probably one of the best looking liveries in general this season, to be fair.
Well, this season we have pretty good looking liveries. There are just 1 or 2 exceptions. Well, 3. To be fair.
3. Let me try and guess. Let's say Haas, one of them?
Actually not.
No? I mean, the Haas is quite underrated, to be fair. I don't mind
The Haas, it's only from the looks, it's alright, but it's still shit. So, only from looks, it's not included in my 3.
Funky, what a lap.
Nice.
I'm trying to think now. I'm trying to think because I don't want to hurt my own feelings by saying this car, but I feel like I have to. Is Williams one of them?
Yeah.
Sacrilege.
It's only the side stripes, the light blue stripes on the side.
What the the light blue on the engine cover?
It's too much for stripes on the engine cover.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that. There's another 2, is there?
Yep.
Right, let's think. Ferrari?
Yes.
I say a lot of people don't like that Ferrari. It looks like it's pissed its pants.
Meister goes over the
Let's have a
line. Goes P2.
Second.
Really close to Funky.
Oh, what's the third one? We say Aston Martin. Speaking of Stuart crossing the line.
No,
Fourth?
Aston Martin looks amazing.
No. Oh, one of those guys that like the Aston Martin. All right. Alpine? No, probably not.
No. Jesus.
They're the 2 most underwhelming liveries, I have to say. The Aston and the Alpine. They could have done so much more, but it was just like, ugh.
I love them.
I don't know. I give up. You'll have to tell me.
So, Merc goes into the pits.
Oh, Taz is round. He had a bit of a spin. Oh, and again. Is anyone close to finishing the lap? Funky, I suppose. Nope. Funky, I think he's on his way. Yeah, he's on his way back in. Stewart's invalidated. Brando. Nope, I think he's on an in lap. As is TK. Alright, who's closest to starting a lap then, so we can ride on board?
I think Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart's going again, so might as well go on board with this Aston Martin.
But wait, the last one is the Merc.
The Mercedes, yeah, I had a feeling because Mercedes is one of those cars. Either people love it or they hate it. And
It's
I
a
can
silver
I don't
arrow.
Really like
Why is it
Mercedes.
black?
I thought the black was gonna go. I thought black was gonna be just for last year, and then I would have got rid of it. But
And the whole AMG
yeah, I can see that. I'm
nonsense.
not. Oh yeah, I can
Sonic,
see why the
not fast. Probably goes again.
yeah, they're Taz spun at turn 5, I think. Stewart's about midway through his lap at the moment. He will be next because Platinum is about to start a lap rather than finish one. Why does it say that Platinum Down aren't using tyres?
Because he doesn't need tires.
Don't need tyres when
Tires
you've got
are
a house.
overrated.
Exactly.
It's too much
That's
resistance.
what Bottas was going for. Ooh, Stewart, P3. That's what Bottas was going for in the Qatar GP earlier, wasn't it? Like, I don't need tyres. Who needs those? But anyway, Tazonic now coming to the end of his middle sector. 25 seconds up on his time. Absolutely scintillating pace from the Alpine. The Alpine's one of the best sounding cars on the grid. I really like the Renault engine. I'm just not a fan of the look of it, to be honest. But Taz across the line goes 5th.
You have some controversial opinions on liveries.
I do. I mean, I'm
It's
literally
alright.
sitting here saying
Subjective.
that I'm literally sitting here saying the Williams is my favourite livery, so I'm just waiting for the for the SWAT team to come and destroy me. Platinum up to the line now, and the Haas
P8.
8.
That's
lap
not
from him.
that fast though. I expected more.
See, with the Haas, I don't mind it. Like, it's quite underrated. The white, like, literally the USSR car. I just prefer the one from last year. I guess primarily because that was my league racing car last year.
Yeah.
Mainly in the Haas on F1 2020.
My biggest problem is that it's obviously Russia.
So my biggest problem is the second driver.
Yeah. That's the only reason why it's this livery this year. I honestly would think they should go full American. You know, with an American flag.
Just an American
on
flag,
the-
yeah.
Yeah. Basically stars and stripes over the engine cover.
If they did that right, that could work, to be fair. Legacy up to the line. improves to P6. Toft of white meat in the Mercedes. Coming up to the line now. Just going to put in
E8. Could get close to a platinum at the moment. But we still have time.
Have Zai on an outlap in the Red Bull. The more I look at this car, the more sad I get that it's not the white one. Like, why do we have this again? Like, just get rid of it.
Well, it's an iconic livery, so it's like
Yeah,
Ferrari.
I mean,
Ferrari has to be red.
Ferrari.
Imagine
yeah.
a white Ferrari.
It's
It's just no.
Could you imagine next year Ferrari rock up with a blue car just to piss everyone off? They're like, oh, we've gone for something completely different. Oh, what is it? It's yellow. Oh, okay.
I think they should go full burgundy with the car. I love that.
Full burgundy, like the Mugello livery.
Yeah,
from
exactly,
2020.
like
that was
that.
nice. I did like that livery.
But just not in matte, in glossy. That would be.
Yeah.
That would look amazing.
glossy, like a crimson red.
Yeah,
like a dark
like they
maroonish
had
red
it at the
would
start
look
of their
amazing.
career.
Yeah,
Or
that would look beautiful.
yeah. Or go back to the typical Ferrari thing.
Oh, where it's mainly red with like little sprinkles of white for
Yeah.
like the front and rear wing.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful. I would love a Ferrari to go back to their like 2004
Maybe
spec.
even a little bit of black somewhere. That wouldn't be too bad. But
Yeah. Zai across the line. That's
what a
pole.
surprise, P1. I am shocked.
No one could have predicted that. We have Taz on a lap in the Alfa Romeo. It's this is quite an underrated livery. I do quite like the Alfa Romeo.
I
It's
love it.
it's grown on me, to be fair. I used to hate it, to be
Okay.
honest. I used to hate it, but it's grown on me. I really
It's
like
basically just a reverse car. So.
it. Yeah.
But I
So
like it.
I hated their one last year. Like I found that just too boring.
Yeah,
but
last
this
year I
one-
didn't like it much.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
Has
bad,
10.
so it wasn't like bad livery, but it wasn't
Yeah.
something good as
It
well.
wasn't
It was alright.
it wasn't 2019 Williams bad.
Yeah.
That livery was horrendous, I will say. I mean, as much as I am of a Williams fan, it's that livery was disgusting. But TK and Vossier, well, Vossier is the only driver left to set a lap. TK is about to finish one now. Coming up to the line now. Where's this going to put him? Stays 14th. Improves by half a second. So he's a bit closer to platinum now.
Yeah.
Vossier in the middle sector. Coming up to the Albon corner. Taz getting well out of the way. But, coming round to finish the second sector. 50.9 for the first
And
two
my
sectors.
style-
That's pretty good.
Thinks he's safe.
I'd imagine he's safe. Not a lot of
Yeah, he
people
should
look like
be.
they're going back out. Vossier up to the line now in the Alpine. Where's this going to put him?
He's seventh.
Good lap from the Alpine there.
I don't think really close here.
Taz.
From P10, P9 downwards.
I mean, even then, P1 to P8 is 8 tenths.
Yeah. So can
It's literally
platinum.
a second for the entire field.
Yeah.
That is really close.
Well, it's a short track,
Platinum
so
across the line.
P7.
7th for the Haas. Zai flexes and goes even quicker. 169. First driver into the
Validated.
116s. Oh wow, we have 10 viewers at the moment. Hello everyone. Lovely
Oh,
stuff.
welcome.
You join us. You join us just at the end of Q2. Still one more qualifying session to go, and by the sounds of it, a hell of a race as well, given the weather forecast.
yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see.
But quite a fun conversation, I suppose, all throughout qualifying, just rating liveries. Oh, TK's on in the wall and gone.
Ooh,
That's
so
a wheel gone
TK
as well.
is out of the qualifying.
Yeah. So that is That Red Bull eliminated.
FW probably gonna start a lap now.
Yeah, in the Alfa Romeo. I do love my camera sets for this car. It does look really nice. Hang on, let's hide the UI so everyone can appreciate. There we go. Look at that. Lovely stuff. But yeah, I think who will be first to actually complete a lap? It's not Platinum. Has he just had a run-in with Zyder? It looks like it. Doss is about to start a lap. I think it'll be Stuart.
Sonic, I think.
Or is it Tazonic? Tazonic's on an out lap, so it will be Stuart.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Nothing new there.
So Stuart's not using ERS, so I think he's just cooling off and getting ready to go again. Platinum retires. As does Brando, as does Zai. They all think they've done enough. Platinum... I don't know, Platinum might be at risk here.
Stuart goes into the pits.
Very cut and dries. So Stuart thinks he's done enough as well.
Yeah.
As Vossier is 2/10 up.
SFW.
That's going to get him round about second if he carries on like this. So we're right on board with the Alpine. Don't take too much. Ooh, took too much of the pit lane, trying to shorten the run, and then a jiggle of the wheel. I feel bad for Vossier there. That would have been a great lap for him. Cottony Goblin has invalidated. Tazonic has invalidated as well, so Taz is out.
Yeah.
Dosser as well has invalidated, so he is out. So only White Meat, who is just
SFW.
Taz FW then is the only driver that can deny Legacy.
Yeah, Taz versus Legacy.
Spot.
And he needs about 2/10.
So we're on board with the Alfa Romeo. Coming up to the Albon corner. It's looking like a very solid
Imagine
so
they
far.
really call it the
Nails
Albon corner. That would be so painful
that
for
would
him.
Just be, that would be peak pain. It's
it's not enough at the moment.
Marginal up, so he's going to have to nail this last sector. He only needs, well, he needs about 2/10, so he's going to have to really nail this last sector.
Well, it's basically the last
corner. In order
corner.
to gain it. Up to the line, is it enough?
Nope.
No.
Nope. But P11 in the end.
Off.
At least he got some positions. Well, on this race, it doesn't matter so much if you start on the wets. That's the thing. You can't get a fresh... Everyone gets fresh tires. Yeah. So, in this case, it's
Vossier
not the best
went for a
place to
spot
start.
of rallying there. Vossier's doing a few little burnouts here. Just to end this Q2 session. So, progressing... Well, not progressing, should I say, is Taz FW, Tazonic, SLR Dosser, White Meat, and TK. The 5 drivers eliminated from the Q2 session in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Well, pole... We should do a different prediction, right? We should predict P2, 3, and 4. So, because we know Zai's going to get pole. So, let's say P2, I'm going to say MyStar.
Yep, same.
P3... P3, just because, you know, because I like him so much, Brando, P3,
Okay.
and then Funky P4.
I would go with a little bit of surprise on me. Cottony, P3.
Yeah.
Just because. And... Platinum seems to struggle a little bit. So Brando, P4.
Brando.
Yep.
Yeah, I can, let's see Brando. Maybe on the second row at least, so we've... Basically, that's what we've predicted. We predicted a Brando second row start, because I said third, you said fourth. So, it's getting a bit gloomy there. I don't think we're going to have any rain in this qualifying session.
Just a little bit of snow.
Just like a mild hurricane.
Yeah.
But it'll be fine. But we have an unsafe release from Brando, but it's Legacy out on track first. Then it will be Vossier, Platinum, Brando, My Style. So we'll ride on board then Legacy. Makes the most sense. Use that first. So trying to work something out. I was trying to work something out and completely forgot what I was trying to work out. There we go. Right,
Awesome
hang on. We've
job.
got some predictions in chat. Here we go. 5 Crown says P15, P2 Divbot, P3 Bonge. Great.
Thanks, Five.
I'm gonna get out.
As
I'm gonna
always.
get out the. Yeah, I'm gonna get out the commentary box. I'm gonna go and steal Brando's Williams or something and just qualify P3. Nicholas P1, Nick P2, Zai P3, D-Tom. Oh,
Jesus.
great submissions, lads. Well
Yeah.
done.
Thanks
helpful
for
as always, chat.
participating. Best chat in the world.
dear. Best chat. There's, ooh, Legacy's backed
love it.
off, so we'll ride on board then with the next driver, which will be Vossier in the Alpine, who was on for a very good lap in Q2. There's hopefully he can replicate that in Q3. 16.5 first sector. That's a very good first sector from the Alpine. Coming through now the middle sector. Let's see what kind of line he takes through here. Down a couple of gears. Back onto full throttle and lifts back off rather than holding a steady throttle. That's interesting.
I did the
Straight
same.
into third. Yeah, so I kind of hold a steady like 2/3 throttle through there, and it kind of seems to work fine. Into the Albon corner, takes that very nicely. Now through second to last actual corner of the circuit, 50.6 collective over the first 2 sectors. Very good so far. Coming up to the line. The line will be approaching now. Don't take too much pit this time, Vossier. There we go, lovely. Legacy goes on 11.7. It's immediately beaten 1.72 by Vossier. We have My Style next, who goes first with a 1.71. Funky Cactus, 1.76. That's P3 for Funky. Brando goes
176.
P3. Stuart then goes P3 with 1.76.
They're all really, really
and
close.
1.76. Zai just
Zai
to be
with a
interesting,
1:10,
goes P6. Absolutely scintillating pace. P-Dent's next. P6, 177. Platinum. And then it will be Courtney Goblin after Platt. So across the line goes the Haas for a 122.4. That's pretty realistic if you ask me. It's Courtney now rounding the last corner for the Ferrari.
Forza Ferrari.
Exactly. Surprised 5 hasn't been doing that the last 2 weeks, considering he's. Oh no, he didn't win.
P6 at the
Yeah,
moment.
P6 for Courtney. He didn't win Hungary. He did win here. So I'm surprised he hasn't been screaming in Italian in the chat. But yeah, so far My Style on provisional pole.
Yeah.
Legacy has set an actual lap time now, 1 minute 7.5, but P3. Stuart looks like he's going again. He's gone for a bit of a cool down, and then we'll go again.
And Sideron has pole.
So Zai goes pole. So, well, so far, our P2 prediction is right.
Yeah.
It is My Style. at the
Everything
moment,
else
so
is nonsense.
everything else is completely wrong because Brando's 6th and Funky's 7th.
So
then-
disappointed in our D1. How dare they?
How dare they? Platinum goes 4th with a 174.
It's all their
Yeah,
fault.
let's. We have Jules Courtney. As always, is my pick. Good to be got Courtney supporter in chat. Yes, good old Courtney. He goes 9th.
What a prediction
Lucas,
from me.
3rd to 7th, separated by a 10th. It is very close so far. This is what we love to see. Apollo 5 crown washed. Thank you. That's pretty. I don't know. I wouldn't say that's accurate anymore, considering he's won a race. We can't really say he's washed now. We can't bully 5 anymore. Do you know how sad that is?
So Brando over the line. Come on, Brando. P6.
P6.
It's really, really
176.
close. So
It is.
every marginal improvement can bring you 2 places or something. Maybe even more. If you get 1/10 quicker, you can jump 4 drivers.
Yeah. So this qualifying can well and truly shake up in the 6 minutes, I think that said, that we have left. I think it's there or thereabouts. Oh, Lucas in chat. Also, don't worry, 5 became Italian in party. Oh God. Oh, good thing I didn't have to hear that. Oh, Marstar's gone for a bit of a spin. On his out lap. That's not going to do his tyres any good.
So Vossio will be the next.
Here we go. So it's right on board with the Alpine. He's just starting his final, or could be final lap, unless these guys have got enough fuel to do back-to-backs. About 1/10.5 down so far in the first sector for Fossier. It's looking a bit twitchy so far.
And he
abandoned the lap.
abandons, yeah.
Funky then. So let's see, is he going to get a little improvement? Well, 6/600ths of a second. How is that not an invalidation? Fair enough.
Yeah, track limits are
Mounted the
weird.
inside curb.
Sometimes you get one, sometimes you don't.
Well, that was right on the limit though. That was really nice from Funky. Now through the middle sector, coming into the Albon corner, looking like a pretty good lap so far.
Yeah.
Slightly away from the apex, but that shouldn't affect him too much. Going into this corner, 50.5. That's going to really jump him up 4/10. It's going to jump him really far up the order. I think it's going to be about P3 for him.
Come on, Funky.
So up to the line. Where's this going to put him? Second.
P2. Really close
Too
to
far off
Sai.
his eye. My style, I think, is about to finish a lap as well. So right on board with the AlphaTauri. This is going to be a 6. Not quite, nudges the wall at the very end of the lap. That must have cost him a bit of time. The purple last sector though, and he was very, very close to improving. We have Stewart midway for a lap.
Yeah, seems to be on a lap.
Oh, it's raining.
Okay,
There's a
so
little
basically
drizzle
that's
of
the
rain.
last chance for everyone. Glad
Yeah.
just started
So
a
that
lap, so he
explains why they've
could,
all gone out now.
Glad still could have a chance to improve. Because
Well,
when
yeah,
we had
pretty
it
much
at
matching his
D2,
time through the middle sector.
when it just started, I could do a whole lap, wasn't a problem. And I improved.
It's up to the line for Vossier. Very close to the wall.
Yeah, ooh,
That is consistency. Look at that.
basically the same lap.
It's Stewart getting a lovely little toe from his teammate, but doesn't do much
Doesn't
for him.
own
Stays
from-
P8.
Yeah.
So right on board with Platinum.
Yeah, but he abandoned the lap.
He's abandoned the lap. So
So that's basically qualifying then, I guess.
I guess so.
Because, yeah, because from now on the rain will be. It doesn't look too bad actually, but no one really tries something.
Ooh, Zai goes very wide and off the track. And he just might be just slightly too damp now.
P-Benz seems to want to try next
P-Benz.
lap.
Oh god,
Suddenly starts the
it's
lap.
all erupting in. Everything's erupting in Twitch chat, and I can't quite read that out on stream. Otherwise, I might get RF1 destroyed or something. So I won't read that out. But I could probably agree with that, Ruxian.
What did he do now?
Well, I've screenshotted it. I'll put it in chat later. I'm
Jesus,
expecting
Rux.
5 to ban him. He's gonna get banned at pace. Cottony will be next in the Ferrari. Funky and Zai retire. They think they've done enough. Cottony, we'll have to wait and see if he's up on his time. There's about a minute left. My style's actually coming back out. That's interesting. Cottony is not up on his time, so he won't be improving.
And we're going to restart, by the way. So straight into the race then.
We're going to restart. Oh, is that in Div 1 chat?
And in commentators.
Alright. Lovely stuff. P-Bents coming up to the line now. Is this going to be enough to improve? No, I don't think so. Oh, just. Oh. There's a thump of the wall.
Yeah, that's basically qualifying now. I don't think anyone can improve now. Maybe P-Bents will try.
We'll have a look at my style. We'll see if he does. That'll be the lap of all laps if my style improves.
It would be, yeah. He's slower at the moment. Down.
It's only the first sector though. It did look a little bit scruffy through the first couple of corners.
P-Bents goes wide. Yeah, P-Bents is out.
So only my style left now to
Albon.
see if he can improve.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, that's a spin. And that's qualifying over. So Zai gets pole. Undoubtedly, really, but it's a lot closer than we thought. Funky Cactus picks up second. My style third. So, well, our predictions were wrong. But at least my style was near there.
Yep.
I suppose. So my style was third. We both predicted second. I did predict Funky to be fourth, so I'll take him being second. And then Brando's down in seventh, and I'm very disappointed. But there we go. That is qualifying over for the Brazilian Grand Prix. By the sounds of it, we're going to be having a little swift restart of the lobby.
Yep.
Just before the race.
So Sidewight will start on pole, Funky P2, and my style, like we said, P3. Was here after that, Platinum P5, P6, Legacy, Brando P7, Stewart 8, Cottony 9, and P-Bents P10.
It is very, very close. From 7/10 from 1st to 10th. And then you have that little cluster here from about 5th to 9th is 2/10. So it's very, very close. We have 16 viewers now. Hello everyone. Vossier, how dare you not put me in your prediction? I do apologise, Vossier. It won't happen again.
Yeah, sorry Vossier.
We'd love to see Ferrari get a podium.
It's just too many good drivers. What can we do?
Yeah. You know, we're gonna have to. We'll kind of go with like the safe options, but not the Zai safe options because you know that's just boring. We do have to kind of play it a bit safe.
Yep.
Right, we might as well.
Yep.
Exit multiplayer, I suppose, and then we'll wait. But hopefully the thingy will be the same. Yeah, the weather will definitely be the same, so it's going to be wet to dry, I think it said. From what we heard. Let's have a quick double check out of the Discord. Yeah, so it's heavy rain to dry-ish. Right. Let's have a little look-see. I've seen a lot of remember setups in chat,
Yeah.
so how many people are going to forget their setups?
The greatest thing is when what happened to me, I think twice, I said, guys, remember your setup, remember it, and I forgot. I'm the one who's telling everyone to remember it, and I'm the one who's forgetting. Well, to be fair, in past games, the standard setup was at least drivable. This game, it's like, you can't turn at all. It's like, so much understeer. It's ridiculous.
I think me and Brando have had that in the league we do on Mondays. I had it at Britain because we did this like a sprint race weekend, so we had to restart the lobby for the second race. And I forgot. I was too busy trying to sort out my strategy because someone readied up early. I was like, all right, well, I'll just sort out a strat and not have a setup. And around Britain, that wasn't very nice.
No.
And then Brando had it at Imola for a lobby restart. So hopefully people remember, especially because it's wet, hopefully people remember their setups.
Yeah.
Because that would not be the one if...
The only good thing is that the top 10 don't have an advantage because it was wet anyways. Because
yeah, that's
the
always good.
thing is, often if you have to restart a lobby, the top 10 can go on fresh tires now, so... What
Yeah.
wouldn't have been the case. I think the side rule is
So-
stupid anyways, so... Just let them all start on whatever they want.
Alright, so predictions for the race.
Fire Red.
We'll do it again, we'll do second to fourth. We're not counting Zai. Second to fourth.
That's
Right,
poor Side Red, it's like, yeah, he doesn't matter.
Nah, you know, it's just too boring. Right, second to fourth, I'm gonna say second will be Funky, third will be Alfie, and fourth will be Vossier.
I'm gonna do
So I'm
first
gonna-
because I'm gonna Funky first. I say Funky will win.
So Funky's gonna beat Zai.
I don't know. I have a feeling Sai is usually very good, but I don't know. Maybe he will have some problems. And yeah, P2. That is a good question. Let's go with No, I go with my style. Why not? My style,
with
then
my
Side
style.
Ride, and then Vossier. Well,
So, yeah.
actually, Taz is really good in the wet. He starts far off, but
Is that Taz FW?
Sonic.
Zonic. Okay.
No, I stay with it. But I think Taz Sonic is definitely one to watch.
Yeah.
Because he's always speed in wet conditions.
Here we go. Oh yes, we finally have a legitimate prediction in chat. Thank you, Apollo. You've
Yay.
saved Chatto.
Yeah.
So Apollo says Zai P1, Plat P2, Tazonic P3.
Ooh, interesting.
That is very spicy.
I would disagree with Plaid because he struggles often in wet conditions.
Yeah, he does.
It will get dry in the end. Well, if it works out with the weather, of course. Sometimes it doesn't work like it should work. But yeah, we'll see. And definitely
Yeah, we'll have to see how this race
better than Five's prediction.
unfolds, but I think...
That's for sure.
It's always great seeing someone say Divbot's gonna do well. It's like, I mean, Divbot doesn't even do anything. It's like, he's always late.
Yeah, he's always the slowest.
Lucas, Zai P1, Funky P2. Oh, right, okay, and then Mr. Tado third. Yes! Go on, Tado! He's going to work his way into the F1 division, or the D1.
Ooh,
He's
the
gonna, just-
scenes you can't imagine if that would happen.
The scenes. He just jumps into Valtteri Bottas's car and then just decks everyone. changes the car performance to realistic, and then just goes.
The moment he got a point, that was
the happiest day.
That was the
of
happiest day
when he got a point.
Yeah.
I think he should have had the championship there and then. He should have taken it away from Alfie, and all of Alfie's points should have gone to Tadej.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
That was that Monza that he got points last season?
Oh.
Was that his first race? I know he finished like 6th at Monza.
I don't know when it was, actually.
So we only have we have Austria onwards on record on the YouTube channel. I'm 90% certain it was Monza that he got points, because he got P6.
It could be.
But I don't know if that was his first of the season.
I don't remember, to be honest. There's so many races that always intertwine for me. I should go. Oh no, I was.
I think we need to make it a rule. If anyone predicts DivBot to get on the podium, they need a 10-second time penalty. Like
race ban.
it needs to be a punishable offence. If you say DivBot P1, or DivBot P2, or DivBot P3, that's just banned. You're gone.
Damage wings. Avoid contact with other cars. I love those very, very helpful little hints in every game.
Yeah.
They
Customised
usually bring
weather,
like
influence
nothing.
the weather conditions.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, we can definitely customise the weather in league races. Like, you know, we only have to because we restart. I was gonna go pay off Codemasters to make it a full wet race next time at Spain.
Spain is definitely going to be interesting. Usually not a track I enjoy.
Yeah, I can't wait for Spain, to be fair. That's the will be a third of the way through the season at Spain.
Yep.
That's quite scary to think, actually. We've only done 3 races and we're a quarter of the way through. Literally after tonight.
Yeah. Well, it's
That's
a
what I
short
do
season.
love, to be fair, about, short seasons are great, because it's like, if you have a bad race, then it really affects you. But,
That's what I don't like about
everyone
the...
remember your setups.
Yeah. That's what I don't
So,
like about the actual F1. It's way too many races. I wanted
Yeah,
to go
23
back
is way too
to
much.
17. Those seasons were
I think,
just...
17 or 18 is like the golden number.
Yeah, because I wanna be excited for a race and not just this week again. Not every week. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. And plus, it's not fair on like the mechanics and all the team personnel,
exactly.
and even the drivers to an extent. It's like they're literally doing it for money.
Yeah, and I had
like,
the
oh,
perfect
yeah, we
tracks
have
to
all
cut.
these-
So
It's like they can get rid of all these like really new ones that are just absolute death, like Sochi, Saudi Arabia. Although I actually do like the circuit, Qatar. I'd say keep Miami because that does look like fun. Miami does look like a lot of fun.
yeah, and I say get rid of all the tracks that are in questionable countries because they shouldn't be there.
Yeah. We need a race in South Africa. We really need cars.
Oh yeah,
Like
That
that
would
needs
be
to be
great.
it. That
That
needs to
would-
be a thing.
Malaysia was a great track.
Yeah. Malaysia was absolute god there. They need
Germany,
to get rid of like
need
Paul
Germany
Ricard.
back for
We
crying
do
out
need the
loud.
German race. Paul Ricard needs to go.
Yeah.
Like we had one interesting race, which was this year. All the others
Yeah.
have been absolutely diabolical. Like, I mean, we can't really go to Manicourt because the track's too narrow, and Le Mans would only be the small circuit, and that would just be the same story as Manicourt, which would just be it's too narrow.
Yeah.
So France needs
Who
to,
needs
you know,
France? We don't need that.
I would, to be
Bring
fair,
in
I would
Germany.
happily trade. Yeah, I'd trade France for Germany. Because Germany have so many great racetracks. You've got Hockenheim,
you have
Nürburgring.
so many really good ones, yeah.
One really underrated German racetrack is the Sachsenring. That is a great track.
but not for F1 cars.
No, so driving F1 around there is going to be incredibly hard. But if you look at like touring car,
it's also not a grade A circuit, so.
No.
Well, but to be fair, technically, so Belgium isn't either. It's so long. Monaco isn't. A lot of tracks are just like, no, then you shouldn't even be there.
No. I'll just look down at chat and seen it explode again.
Yeah.
We got Apollo saying the Nordschleife should be a thing.
No.
And then he's telling bot accounts to fuck off.
To the first thing, not Nordschleife. No.
No, that's we can't do the Nordschleife. That would be that would literally end up being about 4 laps.
I agree.
Yes, I agree with telling bots to fuck off.
That's a good
Vossier says no visibility at all from Vossier. Alright, that means we need to red flag it and sit here for the next 2 hours.
Oh, fantastic.
So we're just going to do 2 laps and then safety car.
Yeah.
Yes, 2 laps safety car and then red flag. That's it. Cancel the race, that's done.
Last game,
the grid
safety car came out a few times. Or what, was it this game? I don't know. The safety car
last
came
game,
out.
Definitely. We did have wet weather racing safety cars. But here we go. We are getting ready now for the Brazilian Grand Prix. 5 lights, and they're very quick to go out. That's a pretty tentative start for everyone. My Style's got a great start. Oh, that is a huge crash already, and that is My Style. I was just about to say he had a great start, and that is a virtual safety car.
There goes my prediction.
Pretty much immediately. Vossier's up to second. We've already got a lot of penalties coming in. It's Courtney Goblin, Tazonic, and Marlon Kanga all getting a penalty. But virtual safety car from the get-go. I'm surprised that wasn't an actual safety car, but then again, I think it's because My Style is still going.
P-Benz made up 3 places already, so good job from him at the start.
Yeah, P-Benz had a very good start there, as Alfie's already up 2 positions, as is Marlon Kanga, but we're back racing now. It's on the ball with Vossier. That does look very, very slippery indeed.
It probably is.
In sector 2, that's white meat round. Yeah, white meat's round. This is race not off to the best of starts.
Yeah.
It's and then My Style will have to come into the pits as well, which really isn't going to help his chances this race. But they can always be late safety cars. We saw it in Div 2.
Yeah. And the conditions seem to change, so at the end of the race.
Yeah. But I could imagine this is just going to be a really big train for now. But Dosser gets past Taz up into P11 for one of the McLarens. The other's currently sitting in P15. Alfie after starting last. But so far, Zai leads.
Killer goes past.
Killer's got past Alfie.
Yep.
That's interesting. Alfie looking to struggle a little bit then, maybe, in the opening stages of this very wet Brazilian Grand Prix.
Typical Brazil.
I'm going to imagine that's another set of wets for My Style. It's way too early.
P-Benz and Brando side by side.
Brando down the inside. He's just going to get that move done. Slight bit of a tap, but he's through.
But I think P-Benz isn't going to give up that fast.
It's Brando so far through.
And Courtney goes past Stewart. Now they're side by side. So Courtney has the move done.
Courtney, good move there from the Ferrari. Oh, Tazonic is right on the back of Stewart.
Had to lift a little
pushing.
bit.
Oh, that's an AlphaTauri gone. That's
P-Benz is out.
Dosser picks up a penalty.
No, P-Benz is still there, so he still can drive.
Yeah, he can still. He's in basically the same spot as his teammate. Disastrous start for the AlphaTauris. And also the Mercedes of White Meat. Alfie gets back past Killer.
Dosser right behind Taz.
Kind of leveled away. Dosser looking to the inside of turn 4. Doesn't quite go for it though. Doesn't really want to commit in these treacherous conditions.
Yeah.
Safe thing to do, really. It's times like this you really don't want to make a move unless you 100% know you're going to pull it off.
Yeah. And visibility is really bad. So
this is where, if anyone is like that legendary to run cockpit cam in these conditions, I salute you. I know Paperstream in Div 2, he runs cockpit cam, and we have had a fair few treacherous like this races. And
to be fair, I think cockpit is better in those conditions.
It is.
So
yeah, because you can. There is, to be fair, there's even certain tracks that cockpit is so much better.
Yeah.
The main one's Monaco, because you can sit. You're sitting a lot lower down. You can actually go.
Taz loses the rear a little bit. And Dossa goes past pretty easily.
Down into 10th for Waterzonic. It's
and TK goes past FW, but he passes again side by side.
Marlon Kanga as well. The Haas out of absolutely nowhere. There's also Alfie.
Oh, that's gonna be
Marlon
really close.
A move. Down the inside goes Alfie on Taz. White meat is retired. Oh, Taz has had contact. Safety car has been deployed. And Taz.
Not a good lap for Taz FW. Fought with TK and through that fight got overtaken and gave Alfie a chance and then contact. The question is, why is the safety car out?
White meat retired. I think he might have crashed coming out of the pits or something. So yeah, the safety car has come out for that.
Again, not a good race for White meat.
No.
Last week wasn't
this
really
is
good.
This has definitely helped my style and P-Vents get back into this race.
Yeah. But it's still painful for my style. He started up there and yeah, again had an incident and is back on the at the back of the field. We have Courtney in the pits.
And Marlon Kanga as well follows him in.
Let's
see. People taking the free pit stop, going on to a fresh set of wets. Or not.
Penalty.
Courtney is going on inters.
Yeah. And Marlon. Yeah.
Oh, that's a front wing change and a penalty.
Penalty and inters.
That's going to feel like 7 weeks, but yeah, that's inters. So,
but to be honest,
that's a very interesting call as Courtney almost loses it out of the pits. That's very interesting.
Well, the rain is getting lower in the race, apparently, to the end, and maybe they think, yeah, we have 2-3 laps now under the safety car, and maybe that will help us.
Yeah, it could definitely pay off. That would be the strat call of all strat calls if that works for Courtney Goblin and also Marlon Kanga.
But what is really important is then to stay on the racing line, on the actually the racing line that the game shows you, but on the racing line that the circuit has, the drier patch. It's not really dry, but it's drier, because if you go off that with inters, it's pain. There will be no grip.
Yeah. But so far, up the top, it's pretty much stayed as it was. Zai leading from Vossier, Funky Cactus 3rd, Legacy in 4th, Platinum in 5th, Brando 6th, Stewart 7th, Dossa up 5 positions so far in 8th, Tazonic 9th, TK in P10, Alfie just on the verge of the points
7 places,
11th.
Won.
Yeah, 7 places
Biggest
gained,
winner.
very impressive. There's Killer 12th, burning some fuel, Taz FW just behind his teammate after that horrendous lap he had just before the safety car came out. Courtney Goblin joining on the back of the queue on inters, as well as Marlon Kanga as well, and then the 2 Alpha Tauris.
Yep. My style with the biggest loss.
Field, 13 places. And Toft of White Meat, the only retirement so far this race, and we're on lap 6 of 36. So still about 30
Long way
miles
to
left.
go.
we're not even...
And
ooh, that is 4
Alfie.
penalties at once,
Yeah.
I think.
Ooh, did they crash?
Oh, no, I think... No, Dossa and Taz already had one, so yeah, TK and Alfie have come together.
Yeah.
And that's given them a penalty. That's something
Maybe
I've always
Taz
actually
was involved in
wondered.
that.
Is,
Ooh, Stewart.
safety car in this lap, as Stewart
Off
spun.
track.
He might have
Lost
spun and lost a few
positions.
places there. But that's something I've actually wondered. You can't get a penalty like that removed if you serve it, can you?
No.
No, okay. TK ignoring yellow flags. That's brutal. It's not going to be good for the Red Bull driver,
TK,
but the
yeah.
other Red Bull driver currently at the top.
And
is
side red
gone.
gone.
But hasn't dropped anyone really. Alfie gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
And
the tyres
Alfie
from the
retires. Okay.
race. So there goes my prediction of Alfie finishing
Yeah.
P2.
Ooh,
P3.
I think
Legacy is gone.
There
So
might have
where
been
is
a
the Williams?
contact.
To well, there's My Style and Marlon Kanga, as well as Taz on Cottony.
Oh, give me a good
So
camera,
Cottony
thank you.
just about hangs on. Doss has made a mistake as well, he's off track. But Cottony so far hanging on with those intermediate tyres. The rain does definitely look like it's letting off. That
Yeah.
is the worst penalty I've ever seen. That really should get removed.
Yeah.
That is very unfair. But Zai currently leading by just over a second. TK has now gained 10 positions. He's worked his way up to 5th. Taz as well in 6th. But got a nice little train forming here. But it's going to be interesting to see what kind of progress Cottony...
My style. Gone past
And,
Taz.
Marlon.
FW.
Yeah, up to 11th. Almost in the points now for My Style. Making up for his start. But will we see anyone take the plunge onto intermediate? Zai doesn't. Rossia doesn't. Funky doesn't.
No one really does.
No one does. So they believe it is
Ooh,
still wet
someone
tyres.
goes
Marlon,
in. Marlon
pits.
goes into the pit.
He's on.
He's
He is
the
on
Inters,
Inters himself. Dossa pits.
So
as
maybe he
well.
doesn't like the Inters at all.
Let's have a quick look and see what McLaren are bringing out. That is another set of wets and a new front wing. And
Oh,
that
a new
is
front wing for Marlon.
Another set of. Ah, okay, so that's why he's pit. Legacy
Yeah.
as well. Is Legacy going to take the plunge as well? Go for a set of Inters? We'll have to wait and see. No.
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 He
so
goes
wets.
wets. I would have gone
Very
Inters to be
interesting to
honest,
see.
because
I would have gone Inters.
there's nothing to lose now after you lost your wing.
Yeah, it's just that's one of the ways that yeah F1 works as well.
My
Look
style
at how it is
company and
now.
Pillar are in a battle.
My Style, here we go. Found it. My Style
Tries
looking
it,
to
but
the outside. But,
Sticks back.
Not the confidence at the moment in these conditions, but it is looking now to the point where the rain looks like it's kind of warranting Inters.
Yeah, but the track
that's
is
just how this
really,
game
really
works.
strong wet patches though. So
Yeah.
you really need to keep on the line.
No one pits again. It's very interesting though. I want to kind of see. Although I don't really want to pause. Can you quickly do me a favour? Just check Cottony's last couple of laps, and then someone like Stewart's as well.
Yep.
Just to have a quick look at comparing lap time. I wish that was a feature in general. But Tazonic looking to the outside of Brando for the battle for P6. Alpine versus Williams, and it is the Williams to come out on top.
So Courtney definitely does better laps than in the wet from himself.
Yeah. So is
Last
he-
one is a
it looks like he
121.5.
is-
Stewart a 121.2. So Stewart is
So
at the
it's
moment a
very
bit faster.
similar. And
122.2.
that is another safety car. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what that's for. Has Dossa had a bit of an... Yeah, Dossa doesn't have a front wing, so that's why we have a safety car.
Alright.
I
I
Maybe
think,
lost it at the
yeah, it's
CRS.
basically the same at the moment. So it could help going into the pits now.
Yeah, this is where I'd pit. If you haven't already, anyone on wet should definitely pit now.
Yeah, side red
Zai
goes in.
does. Hold on, Vossier.
Vassia follows.
Vossier.
Funky
Yes,
follows.
good man. Funky.
Platinum follows.
Flat, yeah.
TK. No, TK stays out.
No, TK stays out.
Brando
Brando
stays
stays
out.
out. Taz in. Hunter picks up penalty for
Stewart
speeding in the pit
in.
lane. That's going to be huge.
Killer in. So some stayed out. TK, Brando, Cotney, of course.
So Cotney is still in effect the net race leader because the two ahead of him haven't pit, and they're probably going to have to, unless they're going to do what Lewis Hamilton did in 2016 at Monaco, where he took wets all the way to the dry period. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible in the game because the
It is-
wets will just start overheating too much.
Yeah, but sometimes it happens. It just stops raining out of nowhere, and then you just have to survive 2 laps, and then can go to the wets, to the dries.
It'll be interesting
Dosser
to see
speeding.
Dosser speeds into the
And-
pits and
yeah.
retires. It's understandable, I suppose. But then again, we are only on lap 10.
Yeah, and
still
a
a long
lot
way
of
to go.
things can happen.
We saw it in Div 2. I'll use myself as an example. I was P17 for most of my, effectively, my second and third stints. Like once I've switched onto the first set of mediums, and then I was basically near the back, and then I had my contact with Ruxian, and then I was still at the back, and then a safety car, the 2 safety cars at the end, and I finished like 7th. But then if I get my penalty,
Wasser is off track.
Is he?
Yeah,
Where is he?
he just came
Oh,
back
there he
on
is.
track, lost a couple of positions.
Oh, he's still got a full front lane. I suppose that's the main thing.
And TK
Yeah.
retired.
Has retired. Not sure why. Did he crash?
No, I think he retired in the pits.
Well, Brando's pit, and that
Yeah,
means
comes
Cotney
out.
now leads the race.
Cotney leading with
no.
8 positions gained. Killer 10 positions at the moment with the most position gained.
Yeah,
And the biggest
great.
loser is Legacy.
Yeah, down
And
8
apparently Alfie gained a position somehow.
positions. Where he did stop, he 18.
Oh yeah, he did. I've confused him with my style. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm an idiot. But everyone knows that already, Sam. Nothing new there.
That's the kind of content you get from these streams, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all for the content. It's,
They wanted me to commentate, so live with it.
this is what happens.
It's your fault.
This is all you. We have
That's
the
what
bad
you
punch
get.
German and the British guy that can barely speak British.
Oh, amazing. So safety car sellouts will stay out for another lap because Legacy needs a little bit of time. So the only penalty at the moment is Platinum with a 5 seconds.
Yeah. For
Probably
speeding.
speeding.
in the pit lane.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Did that say he's number 3? That is rigged. Oh no, it's fine. He's number 13. I was about to say, how have you got a real number then? How does that work? I mean, I know pretty much everyone at the beginning of the game. What's it? Everyone had like number 55, wasn't it? Because there was a glitch where everyone was Carlos.
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
was
people
Carlos
were
Sainz
Carlos
as well,
Sainz.
yeah. God
And then
damn it,
you
that
use
was annoying.
number 55. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I usually
I
have
kind of wish that
number
was a
13.
feature, you know, back on, what was it, F1 2016, where you could choose to either use your helmet and number or whoever's seat you're in.
Okay.
So you could do a race, say if you're in the Mercedes, you could use Rosberg's helmet, number and avatar, or you could be in the Mercedes with your number, your helmet and your avatar. That was a small feature that was actually quite good, because I enjoyed being like the actual driver I was.
When was that?
F1 2016.
Oh. I don't remember that. But I didn't do league racing back then, so...
Yeah, that was my first game of league racing.
Mine, I
That makes
think,
me
was
feel old.
18. Well, I just
That's
didn't
actually
do
mad.
league racing because I always said I'm too slow for league racing, so not gonna do that
Yeah,
shit.
I thought the same as well, to be fair.
And to be fair, I am too slow, but yeah.
Fine, we're slow together, it's all good. The
Yeah.
safety car is in this lap. It's lap 12 of 36, about a third of the way through the race now then. Courtney getting his tyres warm. This rain has dissipated very, very quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely into us now.
So
And
the
everyone
biggest
is on
losers
them.
at the moment then are the Williams, I suppose, because they did wait very late to
Yeah.
pit, and Tazonek. They pitted way too late.
And here we go. The
There
only
we go.
thing that really could break Courtney's legs is he has way older tires. He
Yeah.
has to hope that the rain
got the
either
tyre graphic
goes
up.
long enough that everyone has to pit again, or short enough that he doesn't get degrading tires at the end of his stint. So back
And we have
there, some
Stewart
positions.
on Killer
Yeah.
here. Stewart has got or lost the position
Brakes,
to
oh,
Killer
ooh,
here.
and-
Oh, and that's MyStar going into the
Yeah.
back of the Alfa Romeo.
Break
Alfa
the
Romeo comes back
bit
on
too
track.
late. Ooh,
gonna
and a little bit of contact
Losing
with
the
Bossa.
position. Bossier goes round the outside, or looks to the outside of the Alfa Romeo. Can't quite get it done though. MyStar's lost a couple of positions in that. I wonder if he's got front wing damage as well. Marlon Kanga tapping the back there of Taz is up the inside of the Haas, squeezing or barging his way to a bit of space, staying P10 at the moment just behind the Haas. P-Bent's looking to the outside of Taz, can't quite get the move done there. But, at the top, Zai is still on the back of Courtney. 5 laps difference in those tyres.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be too bad on the inters, but if that was dries, that would be a lot worse.
In the end, it could make a difference. Depends
Yeah,
how
it
long
depends
the
on how
rain
quickly
stays.
this rain-
Yeah.
Yeah. But Vossier down the inside of Killer into turn 1.
Now has the
Gets
outside
the move.
and gets squeezed, but
No,
all
gets
fair.
squeezed.
All fair. And
So
Killer
Killer
stays
keeps
in
the
front.
position. Good defending. Is Vossier going to
Yeah,
send it up the
too far
inside? No,
back.
thinks better of it. So, ooh, he's had quite a nice run. Oh yeah, quite a nice run initially, then slightly lost the rear end and it kind of undid it.
And Courtney still in
uh,
front.
It's still holding on with Zai right behind him.
And
Zai
Frankie
is,
lost a little bit of a to
He's
those
lost,
two.
yeah, about a second and a bit. It's quite a margin he's lost, but Platinum so far, well, his penalty is going to really affect him if it stays like
So
this.
the
Where
two
yellow
yellow
flags,
flag,
legacy
Legacy.
gone.
And Sai out traction some and gets past. But
Courtney's
Courtney,
going to come back at him
yeah.
here though.
has the slipstream.
To the inside, using all the overtake he has inside of turn 1.
Sai breaks later,
Sai locks up.
but keeps it on track and in front. Good move from Sai there.
Into the lead goes the championship leader. Gonna make it 3 for 3 at this rate. Taz picks up the first actual time penalty for track limits.
And Vossier goes to Killer on the inside.
Down the inside of turn 4. A little bit of a squeeze. That's a great move there from Vossier. Ahead he goes, up into 6th. Stewart is his next target, just ahead of him. But, we have a big train here going down from 5th. I think it's around about 11th or 12th.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 13th actually, so it's everyone but Legacy. I don't know if Legacy got damage from his spin. I think it might have just been a spin, hopefully.
And have a look.
It was just that.
Yeah, no damage. At least it doesn't look like it. With this game, you never know.
Yeah.
Sai already has a 1.2 gap to Courtney.
Yeah, those much fresher inters, and there you go. Fastest lap.
Yeah.
Vossier's got a great run on Stewart here. Looks to the outside along the start-finish straight. MyStar as well is going to make a move on Killer. Vossier round the outside of turn 1. Great
Good
move
move.
there from the Alpine. My style
And
sitting on the back
P-Benz
of
and
Brando's
Brando.
got past P-Benz.
Yeah.
There we go, up into 12th for the Williams. My style not quite close enough to make a move on Killer just yet. But this is the battle to watch at the moment. This little midfield scrap from Stewart down. I think Vossier looks very comfortable in these conditions, so we could expect him to start pulling away and then closing the gap to the likes of Platinum and Funky. No DRS for any of these drivers.
But not really needed,
Wet weather.
because the dirty air doesn't affect that much in wet conditions. You don't have grip anyways.
Exactly. All that.
Yeah,
That's
and
been a
Vossier
lovely little
just-
shot there of my style.
Goes away. So Killer right on the back of Stewart. But Stewart has the better traction.
Zai again setting the pace. He's absolutely gone, about 3 seconds in front now. Riding on board then with Killer. Stewart defends,
Yeah.
weaving all over the place.
Not close enough.
My style pretty much touching the rear end of the Alfa Romeo there.
Yeah. Like saying,
Alpha
get a
on
move
Alpha.
on, mate. Sherman on Sherman.
But, not quite close enough anymore. Just didn't have the run out of the Senna S to really make the most of that opportunity. But so far, yeah, Vossier has really pulled away from Stewart, and then Stewart is kind of holding this train a bit for himself at the moment. And I guess the longer he keeps these guys behind, the more chance he has to keep these positions, especially when we start going back to dry tyres.
Yep.
Going to the dry tyres when it stops raining. But running on board, off board with the Alpha. Still looking for a way past. At the moment,
Ooh, a little bit of a
someone going
wiggle.
very wide there. That's Taz, I think, going wide. Could leave him under threat from Brando. On the ball with the Williams then. Try and spot up the front. See if there's doesn't look like there's a move at the moment, but Brando to the
Yeah.
inside of turn 1 and gets the move
yeah.
easy as you like. Up into P11 for the Williams.
And
Killer
Killer
has gone and retired. And that is the 3rd safety car of the race.
Last
We
week
just got
D2
the
was all
rear
safety
end
cars.
loss.
This time it's D1.
Yeah. I think he
They,
just
they
might have got
complained
a
that they
snap
didn't
of,
have one. And drive through.
Oh,
Drive through for speeding under the safety car for side red.
that's going to be huge for when this race gets back underway. I wonder if Cottney will take this chance.
I wouldn't.
I don't think he has any need to. I wouldn't
Yeah.
imagine he would. He doesn't have a need to, because he's not the only person he's really losing touch to is Zai, but that's a given how quick Zai is.
Yeah, it's the
So
side factor.
he's kind of holding where he is. Yeah. So he has no real point in
Bad
hitting.
puns.
for
Yay.
the Ferrari. Yes. Loving the puns. And Cottney decides to stay out. That's a sensible option.
Yeah.
Um,
And it would only have maybe made sense if we are on a transition between inters and softs,
yeah.
or slicks basically, because softs wouldn't go to the end.
Just want to point out Haas in the points right now. Go on. Go on, Marlon. Do what Haas in real life can't. Get points.
I already did it every race so far.
So we need Div 1 now
I got
and
a
then
damn
Haas will,
podium, so that's how hard
yeah,
to
you got
do.
podium at Hungary, so... Yes.
I'm never gonna let this podium go, by the way. Don't care if it wasn't on track. It was a podium
Podium's still a
without
podium,
racing
it's
line.
fine.
I'll take that. I already thanked the Flying Spaghetti Monster for letting anyone else spin and give us 4 safety cars.
Well, about halfway through the race now. The rain is probably not going to last too much longer, given how many safety cars we have had
Yep.
so far.
Well, they still can have one more. So,
Where's my bot opener? I'm going to quickly grab a drink while we're under the safety car. I've got my pack behind me, so it's all good. I don't have to go anywhere. Apollo, I hope you're watching, mate. You can make your girlfriend jealous again. I'm opening my second Glitterberry J2O. So, you know, if you want to let her know that would be quite funny, and I can't wait to be killed later on. Alright, let's hang on. Can't even open it. There we go.
at the moment, only TASFW with a 3-second time penalty. But that's usually because it's wet. Wet gets it's easier to abide to the track limits.
That is very glittery, and I love it. Apollo in chat, she is about to murder you. I mean, she is more than welcome to try. But unlike her, I have 29 Glitterberry J2Os. When I'm on like iRacing or ACC or something, when I get my PC, I'm definitely having J2O plastered all over my car. Like, I'm gonna have like a suit that's like dark red and covered in like gold spots, literally just to be like this.
Why not?
28.5. Actually, it's 28 and, well,
Safety
pretty much
car
a
in,
full one
safety
bar
car
of
in.
slight mouthful. We have safety car in. Right back up the front.
At least we get the notifications.
No, that's
At least
good. So
something works.
if we didn't, that would suck. We're like, oh yeah, the safety car just
Been there,
magically
done that.
disappeared. But Zai has already got a huge gap. I mean,
Yeah,
pretty
because
much
Cottony
gone.
let him. And
Although
now he
Cottony,
has, yeah, that was the plan of Cottony. Leave space, get early on the throttle. Clever move
looking
here.
to the inside of turn one.
Can't make it. Very intelligent move here. But now
Go
he
on,
might have a
Cottony
chance.
gets a great run. Zai
Around the
defends very
outside.
late to the outside, going into turn number 4.
But Sai will
Cottony
fight
round
this.
the
Breaks
outside.
later. Stays ahead.
And maintains the position, but Zai does have a drive-through penalty. It's that was very, very smart plays from Cottony there.
P-Benz passes TASFW. And Legacy passes
So does Legacy. I think
TASFW.
Taz has had a bit of an off track.
Yeah.
But Funky is Funky's on the back of these guys as well, as is Platinum Vossier. This has really helped Vossier because he had great pace. Oh, Platinum's gone.
Oh no.
That's no front wing. So it's Platinum. That's one less person for Vossier to overtake.
Yep.
It's him up into P4 now. But Zai still currently leading, although he does have that drive-through penalty, so that's going to really spice this up. With about 15 laps to go.
The question is, when will he serve it? He serves it not now. He probably wants to
He'll
make
probably
a...
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will help much, to be honest. Because in 3 laps, I don't think even Sai can pull that much of a gap to help himself out here. And Platinum in the pits, 5-second penalty, he probably retires.
Is that going to be a retirement? At the moment.
No, it isn't. He was just speeding. Probably because he didn't have wing.
Yeah. More than likely. So that's going to be quite the recovery job for Platinum.
Yeah.
To get something here, but Zai will probably come in next up. I think he's going to do his drive at the last possible moment. Cottony! Oh, less of that, fella. He had a very big moment. That's going to allow Funky right onto the back of him here.
If Funky gets a good exit, has good traction out of the last corner, might have a chance here. But Cottony already... Cottony with really good speed here today.
The rain looks like it stopped.
strategy.
Zai sets the fastest lap of the race. Vossier not quite close enough to Funky to make a move. Ooh, huge lock up though. But it is not quite close enough yet.
So Zyride will probably serve his drive-through, or he will be disqualified.
Yeah, I say if he doesn't this lap, then that is a big F.
Yep.
So he's going to have his work cut out to make this 3 for 3 in this championship season.
So my prediction is still possible with Funky as the winner.
Yeah, he is right behind Cottony.
Yeah. Cottony seems to struggle in the middle sector, but seems to have good straight line speed.
Because he might have quite a low downforce setup then.
Yeah.
But like 23 of 36.
Ooh, Funky little moment. Will that allow Vossier to come close?
Well on board. Zai comes in for his drive-through.
Yeah. And Vossier very close. Is he close enough? He tries
down
it.
Inside of turn 1.
A little bit of wheel banging.
Rub.
But Funky
Well defended
stays
from
ahead.
Funky.
But another chance right now. Funky goes defensive.
Vossier looks to the outside of turn 4. That will give him the racing line.
And
Funky
he pushes
him off.
Yeah.
But Vossier's still going to come back at him. He goes pretty much off track to do so. Looks to the inside.
Not going to give up.
He covers that.
Beautiful battle. Tess of W overtook Legacy.
Zai is on the back of Legacy as well. So look at Zai. He's already passed Legacy. Platinum gets another penalty for speeding in the pits. Is that going to be a retirement? No, he just doesn't like the pit lane. Fair enough. It's
pit lanes, speed limits. Why?
Who needs pit lane speed limits?
Yeah.
Platinum's going on to softs. Well, to be fair, he's got nothing to lose.
Yep.
It's Cottony currently leading this race. The rain has definitely stopped.
Yep.
And
but it's still too wet, I think.
Yeah, it's just starting to look a lot drier, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be dry enough for softs. Or,
gonna have a look at Platt.
I'd imagine everyone's going to go softs because there's about 10 laps left. So I'd imagine everyone's going to chuck on a set of softs.
Yep. Let's have a look how Platt fares here.
He's
he seems to be fine. Yeah, but he's very slow at the moment.
Legacy pits as well, but like Platinum, he has nothing to lose. Zai is on the back of P-Bents already, so he's already back up into the points. But it's going to be quite a job for him to try and win this race.
And they are on the back of Platinum.
We have who's on the back of Platinum?
The front drivers. He's about to be lapped.
He's just about to be lapped, yeah.
But now it seems to start to get dry enough. But Platt goes in the pits again. He likes the pit lane today.
He didn't speed this time. I'm proud of you, Platt.
Yeah, and he retires.
And he retires now. And Marlon Kanga picks up a penalty. 6-1 yellow.
A lot of pits now. Kanga, Brando, Sai, and Tess. P-Bents all in the pits.
Soft. DRS enabled.
Okay,
so that's
really good.
A lot of softs going on. No one taking the mediums. There's no point because there is not a lot left.
We got a yellow flag.
As
Vossier.
No, Vossier's gone. That's really unfortunate. He was having a great race.
Now it's going to be interesting if the soft runners will gain on the Inters, and if how much. They're definitely gaining. The time is dropping massively. So
if Brando can gain 8 seconds, or even Brando and Zai, if they can gain about 8 seconds, they will jump this lot because it's about 18, 19 seconds for a pit stop around here.
I don't think they're going into the lead, but they will jump some
They
places.
will definitely jump a lot of people.
Yeah.
Brando and Zai absolutely flying. MyStar picks up a penalty for speeding in the pit. Stewart's gone the extra lap. He did not want to be held up by his teammate.
Yeah, but that will hurt him a lot.
Brando is under threat from Zai at the moment. Zai with the DRS, with the overtake. Down into turn 1.
Yep.
Very simple move from the Red Bull. Up into P5. That is MyStar.
And Sidrun
Because I
into
think crashed-
P4.
MyStar's crashed
Safety
into the
car.
pits and the game's reset him to track. VSC. Yeah, MyStar now has to
So-
do a lap without a front wing. It's really unfortunate for him, but
Yeah.
that has. I think that VSC has definitely saved or helped Stewart a bit, because now they're all going to be
Definitely, yeah.
trundling around at a snail's pace for at least half a lap, and he's only got basically 2 corners to go.
But he still
And then he
will
can
have
pit.
lost out.
Well, there we go.
And it's gonna back on.
Well, he's only got to do the last sector, so he's still going to lose out, but I don't think he's going to lose out as much because of that VSC.
And
Give him a bit of a
Sidrun
helping
is
hand.
already in P3 basically. Because
Yeah,
Stewart has
so
to
he's already
pit.
back onto the podium. He's just got to catch up to Funky and then Cottony. Taz gets past MyStar, but it's because MyStar does not have a front wing. Bossier goes up the inside as well. Marlon Kanga will scoop on past as well.
Should
and
be easy
P10
moves.
for the Haas. Yeah, Stewart
Yeah,
is going to
Stewart.
filter out.
Gonna be at the back. Almost behind
Filter out around
Kanga.
Bossier, I think. Or, yeah, around about Kanga. Just run on board with him for now.
Because Kanga has way more speed here. Oh no, actually in front. So
Just ahead, there we go. Yeah, just behind Vossier.
and in front,
Vossier
Funky
looks for a
right
move
on the back
Taz.
of
Vossier
Cottony.
side by side with Taz looking to turn 7. I think this is round the outside. Can he get that move done? Just about. Runs a bit deep though. Is that going to open the door for Taz again? Round the outside, not quite. Great move from Vossier there. Up into P7 again. Taz is the only driver to actually have like a 3-second penalty, because Marlins
Yep.
is a 5-second. So it's been very clean so far this race. Funky on Cottony.
Ah, not close
Sits
enough.
The fastest lap. Zeiss at the fastest lap. Funky is not close enough though.
But
We have
maybe
about
here.
8 laps left.
Ooh, and Cottony
Ooh,
lost.
Cottony touches the
Yeah.
curb. That's going to open the door.
And that should be an
Funky
easy
down the
overtake.
inside, and that is
Yep.
an easy overtake for the lead for
So
Funky
in
Cactus.
front.
And
got 7
Zai
laps.
is starting to close in, but can they hold him off for 7 laps?
Yeah, that is the big question.
We'll have to wait and see, but the one thing these two do not really want to do, is that, although they will, is
Kanga
their
goes
teammates,
past Stewart.
is battle. Yes, that's Kanga up into P9. But if Funky and Cottony battle, that's going to really allow 5 to Zai, sorry, not 5, to close in. I'm going to get killed now because I've called Zai 5.
What's next?
I'm going
This
to get
spot.
murdered. Taz picks up a penalty again, and that allows Marlon Kanga through.
yeah.
Cottony with DRS, simple move for the Ferrari, back up into the lead. Funky sets the fast lap of the race. But all the while these two fight, that's going to allow Zai to close in.
Yeah, but he doesn't close in at the moment, so
Taz is on the
Seems
back
to
of
struggle a
Brando
little
as
bit.
well. So Taz currently fighting for P4. Looking to the
Brando
outside, Uncle
defensive.
Williams, turn 4, swoops on in, side by side.
ooh,
With a bit of a wheel rub, Taz has
Yeah.
gone really far off track. That's Brando still holding the position at the moment.
and
But,
Stewart goes
Taz
past
is-
Kanga. FW, Kanga, and
Starts
Stewart
fast
in a
lap.
3-way battle here. At the back, MyStar with a 3-second
MyStar.
penalty. Not his day today.
He did No, he did set the fastest lap of the race a minute ago, but as he's not in the top 10, he won't pick up that point. But
So
that's
Funky
31 of 36, about to be.
will overtake.
Funky
No, he
stays behind.
He's not. I think
gonna
that was a
wait,
choice.
but-
Yeah.
This is something as well. This is really clever from these two. They're just kind of They're only overtaking each other when they have DRS. They're not really battling in corners. They're not losing time.
Ooh,
Oh, that's contact.
that is.
That's
Was
that
a
was very
bit
close from
unnecessary.
Funky. Yeah, it's very unnecessary indeed. But all the while, these two just slipstream each other. They're
Yeah.
not allowing Zai to catch up. Taz and
But at the
Brando,
moment-
round 2.
He does catch up a little bit, especially with
Brando
that
has
touch.
literally no battery left.
Yeah, he
And
tries
that's,
so hard.
Taz up
But,
into P4.
At
It's a
some
great
point,
day
you
for
just can't.
Alpine so far. 4th and 6th.
Yeah, but Vossier had a better chance at the front if he wouldn't have that mistake early in the race.
Oh, that's a lock-up from Zai. That's cost him about half a second. Cottony with DRS on Funky.
Yeah, the laps
Ooh,
going down.
Funky doesn't have a lot of DRS. 4 laps left, or 5 laps left now. Including the last. Brando on Taz. Brando gets the move done. Into turn 1. What about Cottony? Is he going to go for a move on Funky? Stuart and Mullen Kangaroo also battling. With Stuart getting ahead. Cottony not close enough to make a move yet. Taz on it on the back of Brando now. He's going to look down the outside. Yes, of turn 4. And gets the move done. But Brando's going to try and come back
Marlon
in through
around
turn
the
5.
outside.
Brando
Makes
has
an easy
literally
move.
no ERS, about 5%. And that's Tazonic ahead now of the Williams. It's Zai really not closing in on these two. Though it's he's running out of laps.
TSFW, another penalty. He seems to catch the penalties for everyone today.
Yeah, so he's taking the penalty, so no one else has to.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite of Div.
What a
We
sacrifice.
only had like. I think it is actually the complete opposite because we had was it 3 people without penalties? It was Cottony goes down the inside of Funky into turn 1, pretty easy move. Yeah, we had like 3 people without penalties, but this division has 3 people with penalties.
Brando and
Brando
Tasonic.
down the inside of turn 1.
They are
Taz not
going
quite
back
close enough
and
to make a
forth.
move. Cottony and Funky. Funky goes back into the lead. Tazonic also fighting with Stuart. There you go. That's another
And
penalty. Ooh, Taz is retired in the
you
pit lane.
Retired, yeah.
I think because of all his penalties, he wasn't going to gain anything. There's Brando and Taz.
Stewart in front of Marlon. We have these 1v1 battles
Ooh, Taz
all around
runs
the
a bit
field.
deep. Brando to the inside. Not quite close enough.
Yeah. Now Taz has the inside.
Just about. Taz takes the racing line. Brando looks to the outside of the Albon corner. Taz runs in a tiny bit too deep. Brando not close enough to make the switchback work though. Quickly run on board with the leaders for a second. At 34 of 36. Zai is now within DRS, or almost within DRS of these two. Cottony goes through on Funky. Now these guys have to be really
3
sensible now,
laps.
because 3 laps left. Zai is now here. Tazonic and Brando are still duking it out. But Funky goes to the inside of turn 4, gets the move back done. But all of the while, these two fight each other. Zai is going to be rubbing his hands.
But yeah, and Funky
he
has
is just
no
sitting
ERS
back.
left, basically.
Neither
So-
does Zai actually. So Cottony has the most.
Yeah.
That could be very spicy for the end of this race. Tazonic on the back of Brando. Brando is back past the Alpine. His teammate as well, Vossier, is closing in, bringing P-Bents with him. So far, we got a 3-way battle for the lead.
Ooh,
as
and Funky is
round.
off.
No,
Funky's off.
Funky's off.
That's pain.
He's going to lose a position to Brando. Yeah, and Taz. Maybe Vossier as well. Not quite.
No, he's in the middle of
So that means it's
battle.
Zai versus Cottony. Cottony Goblin, all he has to do is try and keep him. 2 laps left of this Brazilian Grand Prix.
Yeah,
Funky
you say
and
all he
Vossier
has to
battling.
do. That is still side red. That is a
It's
massive task.
still Zai, but please.
But he
Come
has
on,
way more
we need
ERS
a
left.
new winner. Cottony, defend for all your might. Zai not close enough to make a move. He is going to run out of opportunities with only about
And
1.5 laps
now,
left.
for the Battle of P3.
Brando to the inside of Tazonic, not quite close enough to make a move, or make it stick at least. Still side by side though. Vossius on the back of these guys, as is Funky. And they might start tripping over each other in a minute, and that's going to allow P-Vents through. But P-Vents just on the back of this little battle now. Funky's got a little bit deep. There's going to be so much to keep an eye on in this last couple, or this last lap. Zai is still
he's
behind
really,
Cottony.
really close.
Cottony runs in a tiny bit deep. 4
Cottony
tenths is the
needs
gap
to
with
use
approaching.
some ERS, but he doesn't at all. So that's going to be an easy
Approaching
move.
now the last lap of this Brazilian Grand Prix. Zai goes for the move down the inside. Has
Not an
Cottony
easy move.
planned this
Go,
out?
Cottony,
Not
good
quite.
job. Really good
Cottony
defense.
defends that with all his might. Come on, use all of your battery now. Side by side
He
into
doesn't
turn
use anything.
4. Zai's just gonna swoop on through. Cottony can't really do anything about that.
But maybe Cottony
I
wants
think
to.
I know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly what he's doing.
He's saving up.
Come on, Cottony.
And he still fights though.
Half a lap left. Brando is still currently in third. It's holding off Tazonic and Vossier. Vossier now has no ERS. Tazonic has no ERS. Literally no one has no ERS.
And Vossier with a
Vossier
penalty.
with a penalty. That's going to drop him down to P7. So he is now out of the fight for P3.
At least P7.
But here
maybe
we go.
Oh no. Still
Last
has a
corner
penalty.
now. Cottony goes a little bit deep. He's going to use all of his battery here, as is Zai. DRS, is that going to be enough? I don't think it will be.
It doesn't look
No,
like. Zai
Zai
takes the
only
W.
just.
Really close. Let's
Zydrad
see what happens
wins
here.
over
And
Cottony. Brando takes
goes
P3.
for the
Taz will
podium.
finish 4th. Funky will end up finishing 5th. Vossier down into 7th. P-Vents 6th.
6, yeah. Then Stewart
in
Marlon
8th. Marlon
P9.
Kanga. Points for Haas. P10
The
for
scenes.
Legacy.
The scenes.
The scenes. Haas have got points. And Marlon, not Marlon, MyStyle with a torrid afternoon, bringing home the last finishing place. That was a very close end.
Zai really had to work for this one.
But that's another opposite that we have for for D1 over D2. D1 has had 1 winner in 3 races. D2 has had 3 winners in 1 race. No.
In one race?
Yeah, 3 winners
How
in 3.
the hell?
Yes,
3
3 people
winners
have won
in one.
the same race. Have it.
Wait.
Right.
Does he throw games?
He just threw F1, F1 2021, throwing it into the bin where it belongs.
No, he throws it to the people like, what the hell, how dare he?
How
That's
dare he.
disgusting.
How dare he dutty the paddock with that. But that
Polluting the air
been
with F1 games.
polluting my hard drive with F1 2021. How dare he? There you go.
50
Zydrad
minutes.
picks up his
Long
third win in a
race.
row. Cottony Goblin 2nd, Brando in 3rd, Tazonic in 4th, Funky Cactus 5th, P-Vents 6th, Vossier 7th, Stewart 8th, Marlon Kanga 9th, and Legacy rounding out the top 10. MyStyle will get 11th, doesn't get the point for fastest lap as he was outside the top 10. And then your DNFs were Taz FW, Platinum, Killer, TK, Dosser, Alfie, and White Meat. So what we can do, we'll start inviting the podium guys.
Yep.
Excuse me. And then we can get them in. That would have been the most biblical scenes thing ever if Cottony took that offside at the very end. It's like he just went slightly too wide onto that curb at the final corner, and it just affected the run. If it had not touched that curb, then It's
the little things in the end.
Still, it's Little things could have made big differences, but it's still really good driving from all of them in the end of the day.
Yep.
So let's get and then let's write Brando.
I'm
That's
gonna get
one.
side grad.
Get Zai. I'll find Cottony. Where is he? Here's Cottony. No, that's myself. I want Cottony. I'll invite myself to my own party, because why not? And then Zai.
I have him.
You got him. Lovely. Yes, Brando.
Welcome, Brando.
Points for the Williams. Right, so we just get Cottony in, and then we can start it. But, here he is.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, just make sure your audios are all included.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely. Well, what an end to a very, very intense Brazilian Grand Prix. Zydrad coming home with his third win in a row, Cottony Goblin with a Ferrari podium, and then Brando rounding out the podium. So we'll start. I'll do the first one. We'll do Zai. It's been a very good drive from yourself. You were pretty much leading dominantly for the first part of it, and then picked up that elusive drive-through, but still amazing job to salvage the P1 right at the end. It had Cottony for company every step of the way, and that was a really fun battle to watch between the pair of you. But your third win on the trot, really cementing your place at the top. Just give us a bit of an overview of your weekend.
Brought back memories from like 2018, 2019, battling Connie. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, yeah, I made life a lot harder than it needed to be getting the drive-through, because I just didn't focus. I was just driving normally, even though there was VSC, so it's a bit stupid. But I served my time, and happy to make my way through the grid. I did get lucky with the changeover point though, with the softs. Yeah, but all in all, very, very enjoyable race.
Well, yeah. Well, congratulations on your P1
Big
finish.
congrats.
Appreciate it, boys.
To work very hard for that.
To be
For
fair, I did.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Congratulations on the podiums to Cottony and Brando as well. Good stuff.
Good.
Very good stuff indeed.
Then I'm gonna
do you
go
want
to
Cottony?
Yeah. Well, Cottony, what a race from you. Started P9. Great strategy call to go on the Inters. That really brought you into the fight, and then the and seemingly endless battle with Funky back and forth, and then Sai got into the mix. Just missed out by touching the curb. Maybe you could have got him, but still a great race. Tell us, how does it feel?
Hey, yeah, what's up, guys? Good job, Zydrad and Brando. That's reminded me of old times, to be fair. It was fun. I could barely keep up with you, though, in all fairness. But, yeah, good job, guys. I enjoyed it, to be honest. I got some weird 5-second penalty at the very start. I don't know, it's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Obviously got a little bit lucky pitting on the Inters when I did. So that helped me out a lot, actually getting a lot more points and being able to fight for the podium a lot more. And yeah, I mean, whoever was sort of just behind me, I can't remember who it was in all fairness, but I think he was a bit quicker than me, and then something sort of happened, and it was a bit of a crazy one, but a little bit frustrating as well at the end. I don't know whether I touched the grass coming out of the last corner or not.
The curb.
Yeah, I spun it up a bit or something, but I'm not sure. So that was a bit frustrating, but my fault. And yeah, sort of a tight finish really. So yeah, good race all round.
Yeah, big congratulations. Really good job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Still a very, very amazing drive from yourself. So then that just leaves P3, Mr. Brando. Good old Williams.
Good evening.
Getting the podiums now. Yeah, it was a very interesting race to watch for you, as pretty much in the middle of the pack for most of the wet stint, and then as soon as we went on to dries, absolutely flying along with Zai after timing your stop really well, and then had an amazing battle with Funky, Taz, Vossier, and pretty much half the grid at the end of the race. That was really entertaining to watch. It was hard to keep up with everything happening, but it came away with a third at the very end of that, so congratulations for that, and give us a bit of an overview of your weekend.
Yeah, obviously really happy with the podium. I feel sorry for Legacy because I feel like he would have finished in front of me, but he got some contact. But yeah, that was disappointing. When the conditions changed to inters, I pitted a lap too late, so I really thought my race was over at that point. But I just kind of kept going. It changed to softs, and I pitted at the exact right time. The battle with Taz was just ridiculous, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah.
Yeah, congratulations on your getting the podium. So that's going to boost. Because obviously I'm in Williams as well, so I care about this kind of thing, that we're going to be boosted up in the overall constructors.
That's my best.
So, lovely. But yeah, congratulations to the top three once again. Brando third, Courtney second, and Zai winning for the third week in a row. So someone needs to kill him next race. That would be lovely.
Damn, that guy's too quick.
Well, then get quicker.
Yeah, true.
But
Or we
yeah,
make a
that has
petition
been-
to.
yeah, we're going to make a petition to just hire hitmen to like slash his tires or something.
The guy needs a handy.
Give him punches.
Yeah.
Zai's car is going to be the only car on the grid that has simulation damage. Everyone else has damage off.
I'm down for that.
So you can just crash into it. No,
When I come out the
we don't
pits with
endorse
Zai
this kind
behind
of
me, I
thing.
was so scared.
Yeah.
It's frightening to have him behind you. God damn.
Yeah, it really is.
All right.
Yeah, so I think that's everything now then.
Yep.
Would you like to do the
Incredible race.
outro this week, or
I can.
shall I?
Well,
Yeah, I'll let you do it this week.
it was a very enjoyable race. Very many battles. Let's hope next week in Spain we have the same again. This was Sponge and Non-Red Loki for you for the RF1 Div 1 race in Brazil.